I say, Monica, no be today. Me and you done the fight, don't tell.
I'm Vivian.
And I'm Grace.
We're the Black Beauty Junkie, and welcome back. So as you can see, we have some friends with us. If you guys watched the last video, they were also in that video. This is actually the same day. But we just thought we would come together and shoot one last video for this semester. Yeah. So can you guys go ahead and introduce yourselves?
And say what country you're from.
Okay, my name is Christine. I'm Nigerian.
I'm also Rana, and I'm also Nigerian.
I'm Tammy. I'm Nigerian.
I'm Eva, and I'm Ghanaian.
And
As you know already, me and Vivian
are Nigerian.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna talk about our experiences growing up, our experiences being African, our experiences being whatever we identify as. So
In
just-
school.
Yeah.
Like this is very specific to growing up in school.
Growing up around other cultures.
Yeah. In school.
So
yeah.
the first question I want to ask you guys is, do you guys identify as being Black?
Yes, I am Black. I am Black.
I identify as Black. Yes.
I identify as Black as well.
Identifying as an African American, like to the African American struggles and all that other stuff. Is that
I mean,
what you mean?
I identify as Black because I'm not white, so I'm Black.
No, I think
That's not
Black.
that skin tone then.
I think Black in terms of race, not in terms of
That's
nationality.
what I'm saying.
Okay, then
That's
yeah,
the
I
difference.
identify as
That's what
Black
I
in
thought.
terms of race, then yes, I identify as Black fully.
All Black.
Yes.
Because we all face the same struggles. So.
Yeah.
Not
So
exactly.
there's like there's kind of a difference because like you can identify as Black, you can identify as African American, you can identify as straight African, or your nationality, like Nigerian or Ghanaian or wherever your parents are from. It's just like to the Black people, I'm African. To the white people, I'm Black.
Yeah.
To my fellow Africans, I'm Nigerian or I'm whatever you are. So that was always the thing growing up.
And then we go deeper.
Are you Yoruba?
How did you come to terms with your identity? For those of you who were not born here and you came here, was it forced upon you you're Black or?
I got here when I was 6, right? And I had a love for white people. I really did. I really love white people. Like, I was like, gosh, wow, snow for the first time, everything like that. I still remember this fresh in my head. But the thing is, like, I didn't realize the differences because I went to a majority Black schools all my life until high school, and it wasn't until high school that I realized, like, and then the other thing is that's when the whole Black Lives Matter started to happen as well, and I didn't really sympathize with the Black community and their struggles until then, because it really hit me like, hey, because I have younger siblings, I have a younger brother. So it's like, wow, my brother could really be walking out in these streets, like, minding his own business, and next thing you know, he's gone. So, yeah, I knew my brother was going to have those Black, what do you call them, like, tendencies or whatever, yeah, so what they see is a Black male. They don't see, oh, he's African, They don't see that, so that's what it is.
I think Reme brings up a great point, which I can relate to also, the whole point about it when the whole Black Lives Matter movement started, that's when I could really identify with my Black side and being Black in America. Because before then, in school,
It was just African.
the African Americans were pitted against me. Like,
Exactly.
Yeah.
they, out of every other race, they were the ones that came at me. So I did not identify as African. Like, I did not feel connected to them. I felt like we were separate, we were different. Like, I felt like I was not them, they were not me, they could never be me, I could never be them, until the whole Black Lives Matter movement started off, and I was like, oh yeah, we definitely have the same struggles, like, well, in terms of like how other races view us.
That's definitely a good point because when growing up in school, like if you were African, they were calling us booty scratchers.
Yeah, Kunta Kinte.
They would make fun of your last name.
Zimbabwean.
They
I'm
were
like,
like,
I've never heard of Zimbabwe?
You're like, you smell
Madagascar.
You smell like Africa.
I will never forget.
How do you know what
You look
Africa
like,
smells
you look like a gorilla. Oh my
Some
God.
girl came up to me and I was like, oh, my mom traveled to Ghana. I'm gonna like go home and Skype because that's when like Skype was a big thing. I was like, I'm gonna go home and Skype her. She was like, oh my gosh, you guys have internet in Africa? And she like, they literally think Africa is one big country. We all speak the same language and it's not English.
They think it's a jungle with
And
the
even-
monkeys and the lions
They
walking
think
around.
are just
Think we live on trees when our houses are probably bigger than most of the ones
I
here.
bet you my house. Hold on, get a start.
Hold on, let me share my whole life, like studying from elementary school, because of the whole them calling me African British all that. I was like, I'm gonna be Jamaican. I would tell people I'm
To be honest,
Jamaican.
that's right.
It was when I got to middle school that I was like, you know what? No, I'm gonna identify as what I am. They'll still make fun of me, but I'm gonna be like, but at least I know where I'm from. Even though it's very rude, but I'm like, at least I know. And then when I got to high school, even though the whole African booty scratch thing was over all of that, but the thing is, people were still ignorant to the fact that, like, I had
Africa
friends in
was.
high school that would be like, oh, yeah, I got tigers and I have like tigers. Mind you, Nigeria is not the Sahara. And first of all, tigers are not even in Africa. They're only lions. And lions are not even in Nigeria because we're not the Sahara. I don't know where you thought you're gonna see lions in Nigeria other than the zoo, but I'm gonna let you do what you have to do. But
That's
basically,
definitely fact.
like I just felt like it was just like disappointing at the fact that we're over here identifying as black as the whole Black Lives Matter thing, but the thing is, like there are black people who are still ignorant to the fact that Africa is probably one of, like, even though right now there's a lot more third world African countries than like first world, but we're still on the come up.
Yeah.
You know how long it took America to become what it is today?
No, not even on the
So,
come
like,
up. Forget economical
We've been
status.
We've been up.
Forget
What you
economical
talking about?
status. We are up as a people. We
Exactly.
are lively, happy. You will not find a happier bunch of people in
Honestly,
Africa.
Africans are happy. We are
happy
lit.
people.
And I find it funny how like black people and white people, like they were always like
They wasn't fucking
they
with
weren't
us.
exactly, they weren't messing around with us. They weren't fucking with us, and they were always making fun of our names, making fun of our skin, like how dark we
Our
are,
hair.
or our hair, how nappy our hair is. But now they want to listen to our music.
Everybody want to wear the sheet.
Like dashiki or African
Everybody
print.
dances to the cool
Exactly. You see Hispanic frats dancing to strolling to do like that. Like that's
Exactly,
definitely
like,
Showing
African.
to Molly Berry.
Exactly.
What
You see the Bush Dining Hall trying to put like African stuff in there.
African stew.
They had vegan African stew.
Oh, word, I
To be honest, I don't know what the hell that was. Because I was actually
nasty.
I was in when I was growing up in elementary school and in middle school. That's when I didn't identify. Well, I knew I was African, but if nobody was asking me, I wasn't telling anybody. You know, I didn't want to just go around being like, oh, I'm black, or I don't know where my people come from, or whatever. But I definitely did not tell people because if people weren't asking, I wasn't telling them. People asked me my last name. I didn't tell them. People asked me my middle name. My middle name was Rose.
So I was mad at you.
I think like everybody's mad at you.
Nah, I was very.
Enyola.
I didn't know what
That's
that
what
means.
my-
Yeah.
And you're like, oh,
Yes, that's
like,
my-
I feel like especially for dark people, like they
I was
come after
so-
us a lot.
come
Like
after
I went to a
women.
white school and a white church, so I was always the only black girl in my class. So people would always look at me some type of way. I always felt uncomfortable. My name was always the only different one, so I always had to
What's
try.
your last name, Eva?
It's boy dude, but like they would come crazy for
even
that.
that
That's not
bad.
even that bad. Like
No, the worst is when your teacher or a substitute teacher tries to pronounce your last name.
The way they pause,
Look,
mine is simple.
they be like, I don't want to butcher this. It's 6 letters.
Mine is 3 letters.
It comes to a
Just
point.
try.
No, it comes to a point where you knew where you were at the end.
Exactly. Like
I'm here.
Wait, what's your last name?
OT.
What's your last name?
Aaron Maselli.
What's your last name?
Ibitoye.
What's your last name?
Alba.
Okay, mine is Igwe. It's 6 letters. It wasn't that hard.
It was 4 letters, bro.
Yo, I had teachers so much be like, oh, Bawadu, is that French?
Yes. No, actually, the only person that ever got my name right was in high school, and he was a French teacher. He said, he said it so nicely. Even me said, I didn't know what my name was anymore. I said, okay.
Okay, so like me, I like always knew I was African. I always identified it as it because like my parents instilled in me like, you know, let people know where you're from growing up. But then like elementary school, like I just saw myself as African. I didn't like see color at all. In elementary school, no, preschool, they were like, we're doing colors and stuff like that. So they're like, oh, like what's brown? So, you know, you're looking around like, what's brown? I look at myself, I'm like, I'm brown. They started laughing. Meanwhile, I go to a school with majority black people, so I didn't understand the joke. But so I was trying to figure that out. Another, like when I really realized I was black was when I went to church, because I went to church with majority white people, and you realize your color when things aren't mixing right. Like they were like on the lowest of lowest keys, kind of sort of maybe racist. But we're not gonna say that you
Ain't
are.
no maybe racist.
Either they're racist or
Either you're racist or you're not racist.
Lowest of keys, like they, because you know it's church. You're not supposed to, you know.
Oh, so they're shady racists.
Yeah, shady. So like you don't realize it when you're young, but like when you get older and you look back at it, you're like, oh, like
Look
that all
back
makes
at
sense.
it, look back at it, look back at it, look back at it. Hey.
But yeah.
I'm sorry. This is a serious
Sorry.
conversation.
This is a serious conversation.
We're just not serious people.
I always said I was Nigerian, but like high school, for some reason, and it wasn't even me who decided to make this decision, but it was my brother, said, oh, let's be Jamaican. Then people started asking questions about you being, yes, high school. Because I don't know why. Then people started asking questions, oh, do you eat this, do you eat that? That's when I was like, you know, forget it, I'm not Jamaican.
I don't know what that is. I don't know what's your goatee, your drink, all this other stuff.
So, but I find it like baffling that we have to resort to like calling ourselves Jamaican or something like that just so that we don't get made fun of for being African.
I was very tempted, but I never did. I stuck because everybody knew. Like I was fresh off the boat. I came here when I was 11. People I grew up with knew me when I was fresh off the boat, so they knew my accent. They knew I was from Africa, so I couldn't really fake Jamaican. Like they already knew. Like no, you're African, and I was never really embarrassed of it. I was just more so. Like I was more so embarrassed. I wasn't embarrassed of being African. I was embarrassed of being Nigerian. I love my country. I love my homeland. To be honest, I wish I liked there better than here. But that's another topic. So yeah, I was just mostly like aggravated when they would talk about like, you know, calling you African booty scratcher, or like you smell like Africa. You smell like you smell like
Africa
fish.
smell
You
like-
smell like this. You smell like that. Like, you know, just trying to bring you
When
down
they-
for being Nigerian, for being African in general.
Well, in high school is when I don't know, I want to say I reached my peak, but like it was like okay to be whatever you were.
Mm-hmm.
In high school, Vivian finally accepted that she was Nigerian. That's what she's trying to say.
Basically, I found my African friends. It was
Yes.
just a group. It ended up just being a group of like cultured people. Instead of just a group of black people, we all had a culture. I don't want to say black people are uncultured, but like we all knew where we all identified with the nation, other than America.
Like literally, like I could see somebody, I hear your name, and I know
Or your accent.
or your accent,
And
so
I already
my sister,
feel
my
you.
brother,
Yeah.
and even though it'd be like, why is she calling me this? It's like you can't. play it.
No, not even that. Like when you see someone, like you could dead ass be somewhere really random, and you hear the accent, you'll be like, oh, where are you from? And you'll be like, oh, Ghana. And you're like, hey, so am I. And you know that little bonding moment
You
right
get
there.
so happy.
You get
like,
so
Yeah. It's like, hey sis.
Okay, I have a quick question for everybody, because I know I personally went through this. I don't know if anybody else went through this phase or stage or whatever, but like growing up as African or dark skin or whatever as a female, I would always avoid a group of black boys. Like I don't know if anybody else had this fear or anything.
Yes.
A group of black boys
So
in a
scary.
They were
in
the
the
harshest.
cafeteria,
Oh,
because
God.
every time I passed by them, they had to make a comment.
They were the
Every time, like it
most
was like,
rude,
come on, can I just go and eat my lunch,
But they're the
please?
same ones that want an African girl now, so.
Yeah, like but they're the ones calling us foreign. Okay, mom,
You like exotic?
foreign.
But
No,
like,
get out of here.
we were
get out of
already-
here.
We were already getting shit from the black girls, but to get it from the black
Black-
guys,
It was like
it was
you
just.
I
we're
think
just
it's
avoiding black.
internationally just black girls in general just getting shit from black.
I mean,
I'm gonna be honest.
I got shit from black girls too, but it was, I don't know, for some reason for me it was the black boys. Like
I think
in
it's
a
because-
group too.
Yeah.
When they
It
were,
was really intimidating.
you know the craziest part? When they were apart, that's when they'd be like, oh Grace, oh you wanna go
All
out with me?
together.
Oh la, 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 oh but yesterday when you and Johnny and Jerry and I
they
won
won.
as I won. We were standing against the locker. And I went to open my locker. What did you tell me? Father.
Walk up for them.
You can't take your father on the date. It's yours. I'm crying. I'm crying.
I used to hate having to go to the bus stop. I used to hate having to stand there. I used to hate having to sit on the bus. I would always sit by myself because I knew, like, I never knew if I was going to sit by someone, they would make fun of me or something like that. And the thing is, I was raised in, like, a white neighborhood, and one of the schools I went to was, like, it was in North Jersey, so it was, like, kind of like black people. And because I was in a white neighborhood, obviously I didn't talk like a black person. So I would get made fun of for being, I would be called an Oreo. An Oreo.
Yeah, because look, we were too black for the white people.
Too white.
But we were too African for the black people. So we didn't know where we fit.
Because to be honest, like, do your African parents, they speak like, because they know English, British English.
Yeah.
So like the thing is, my parents speak proper English.
Yeah.
So when I go to school, like, the only reason why I'm just gonna bring this up, I know this is off tangent, but like the only reason why I knew how to spell vegetable. Because the way Americans say it, vegetable, how am I gonna spell it like that? My parents said vegetable. That's what that word. Like, people were struggling to spell that. I'm over here like vegetable. So the thing is, like, you know, like, being raised in an African household is so much more different than being raised in other. Like, where I was raised, majority black people, Portuguese people, like Hispanics. But the thing is, I still had, like, there's this one case in 6th grade. Mind you, I was never a scared child. Like, I was never, like, one to be messed with. So, like, there was this one time where my cousin's friend, actually, and I thought we were actually pretty close. We played around with each other, but he went too far this one time. He posted a picture of me in a gorilla and something. He just did something very, very rude. I remember this. And the thing is, I was able to just take that. Oh, no. It was on Facebook as well. So, mind you, we were leaving school one day. My mom was with me. And I said, Mom, that's the guy that and my mom went up to him because honestly, I was not playing any game. You think I want to go to the principal? No, my mom is coming to you.
Did you guys change up the way you spoke around certain people?
Yeah.
Like, did you? I know now that we're around each other, we're all speaking like, you know. But around the white people, did you speak a certain way? Around the black people, did you speak a certain way? Did you have your African friends that you spoke like this with? I didn't have my African friends.
I always spoke like this until I moved to. Okay, I went to Ghana. I was in Ghana for high school, so I was there for like 5 years because our system's a little longer. So when I was there and they heard my accent, they would make fun of my American accent, if you would believe that. So they made fun of my American accent, so I had to switch that up, and I had to try and force a Ghanaian accent, and then I ended up getting that accent. And when I came here, people would be like, "Oh, you have a Ghanaian accent." Like my accent is too Ghanaian for an American accent and too American for a Ghanaian accent. So I'm just like confused.
I'm just like, fuck it. Let me just speak. Let me just speak like this.
Let me speak how I want.
With me, what I notice is that, like, I speak differently when I'm around like different people.
Yeah.
When I'm with regular black, like regular, I said sorry.
With regular
black people, basically, yeah. I talk like this, but I'm more inclined to speak with my accent because that's how I speak at home. That's how I speak around my African friends who I talk on majority of the time. So in my little, like, my accent would low key come out. They'll be like, "Oh my God, your accent came out. Can you speak it? It sounds so funny." The thing is, I had to tweak one day because I was like, "It's not funny." It's not funny. That's how I talk. This is who I am. And I think it's cool the fact that I can switch accents like that. Because what can you do? All you can talk with is your,
man.
Like, that's the only way you can speak.
What's up, nigga?
I'm sorry.
Hey, yo, man.
Are you guys ever try to speak like your language in like front of people?
In front of white people, yes.
In front of white people, yes.
Sometimes it'll slip out and I'll just be speaking, not pigeon, but like, you know how we talk.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, wait, wrong group.
Their
faces are like, what? Like, no, but I would be in front of white people and I would be like, I'll speak with my complete African accent. I'll speak.
Wait, one time I was with my white friends, right? And she had said something dumb, right? And I was gonna be like, come on, shut up, right? But I stopped myself. I said, como? Te llamo? Like, that happened in elementary school with Ali Carlo. Bruh. I had to back, like, I said,
I think it also depends on like the situation because, like I said, I grew up with majority black people and then I went to a majority white school for high school, and then so with my black friends, I already become accustomed to speaking like this. So you know the whole nigga, that's how I speak on a regular. I curse a lot.
Me too.
It is what it is. But then like with my white friends, it's just like the situation is like with them. It's like how they speak to me, I speak back to them. You know, it's like, oh, you're speaking like properly. I know how to speak properly to you, I'll speak properly to you. That's just how it is. And but if you get me mad or if you say some ignorant bullshit, the African, the African American, they'll all come and attack you. Like that's just how it is. Like, and then they look confused.
Yeah, when I'm mad,
and they look scared.
Yeah.
When I'm mad, I switch up my accent
So fast.
I don't even realize. I'm like, I will go from like, oh, you stupid. Are you mad?
Are you full of shit?
Next time I tell you,
Nonsense
don't
like
ever try that
planned it.
bullshit again because next time I'm catching, I'm gonna fuck you up.
And then they'll look at you like, okay,
No, they
what's
really
that?
really
Sorry.
are. No, I think in high school people really thought I was crazy, like you know, because sometimes like they're just saying ignorant bullshit, and you know I know it's not your fault. You haven't been around like a lot of like they were like, oh your hair is like
Can I touch your hair?
Can I touch your hair? Like you know, I wasn't mad about that. I was never mad about the hair thing. Like other people are, but I'm never mad about the hair thing.
Can we talk about hair though?
Can we?
I was never mad about it.
Wait, can we talk about hair really quick?
Yeah.
Braids. Were the white girls confused or what?
Oh,
God.
Can I say something on this real quick? This happened in college. Rutgers University. I had blue and black braids, and this girl on the bus came up to me, like she was petting me, and like she didn't even ask me. And I just turned, I was like, sis, like what's going on? And then she was like, is this your hair? I was like, no, it's like not my hair. She was like, do you have hair? And I was like, yes, I have hair. She was like, so why did you put this on? I was like, it's a protective hairstyle. She said, how did you put this on?
See, white people don't know about protective styles.
This is not a hate video.
I wasn't sure. She was like, how did you put this on? I was like, take the hair and you take my hair and you braid it in. She was like, oh, so you have hair. It's like, I don't know what was going on. I don't know what was going on.
I don't understand if they don't understand if
they're ignorant on purpose.
No,
just
like, are you dumb? I'm sorry, but don't you understand how hair grows? Like, I would have braids one day. The next day, I'll take my braids off, go to school with my natural hair. You would think that Grace got a haircut.
Did you cut your hair?
I understand that one. Okay, haircuts. Yeah.
But then you get the braids.
Then the next day, because you know, after letting my hair rest for like 2 or 3 days, I get braids again. Oh wow, how did your hair grow?
Your hair grows so fast.
So fast.
Ew.
You think I'm in Africa demon winch? What do you think I am? That my hair just grows that fast? And come on now, come on,
Let me make a
sis.
quick comment. Honestly, like for my fellow white people that are my white people.
Speak up for the white people in the
For
back.
the white people that are watching this, honestly, if you're just doing it to just, you know, make conversation with people,
Don't do it.
don't do it.
Don't talk to
just
me.
don't do it. Make conversation like every other person you
Yeah,
have conversation with. Hi, what's your name?
The
Oh,
weather.
you look really
Talk about the
pretty
weather.
today. Comment general, you look pretty. I love how your hair looks.
Your
Don't
skin
ask,
glowing.
That's it.
Yes.
Don't ask how did it grow. How did it Just be
With water and soil.
You have to go any further.
What is the name of that commercial? The plant chia.
Just to sum everything up, growing up African was
A struggle.
a struggle.
Difficult.
It was a happy struggle though. I would not change anything.
Yeah.
It definitely made me.
It made me stronger.
It made me the person I am today. Definitely gave me.
Thank God.
A strong black African woman.
And I would just like to say, Africans, we have tried. We are really tried.
Yes.
The way we shape the way we suffer at home, and then the way we go outside and suffer more.
Struggle in
And we are still strong, pre-med, pre-pharmacy,
Yeah.
pre-everything,
We have done it.
pre-law, pre-engineer, pre-everything, running the game musically, art, everything. Like, come on. You can't show me stronger people on, no, you
We
can't
are
show me.
thriving.
Like, you know, we're really out here doing big things, and
They want to be like, who?
they want to be like us. They want to be like us.
If nobody's ever told you they're proud of you,
We're proud
We're
of you.
proud of
We
you.
definitely are.
Yes.
So that was our video. Thank you so much for watching.
I hope you guys, we hope you guys enjoyed the video.
And I hope you guys enjoyed the new faces.
Yeah.
You'll see them next semester.
Definitely.
sophomores.
Oh, we sophomore now, okay.
So make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
And we'll catch you guys on the next video. Bye.
I go reduce the banana. I no go do it again.
Okay, I have to picture myself. Can we take a break real quick? Let's keep this recording. Man, that shit crazy.
No, honestly, it's really
No, I told you, I'm kind of getting emotional in this video.
Same.
Nah, that shit really bringing back a lot of
this shit
memories.
really hits
Yo, I
home.
really went through it.
We We really went through it. Like,
I think African girls.
I used to hate going to school. I used to hate having to go stand at the bus stop. I used to hate.
Bus stop too.
I used to hate it so much.
Oh my god! I just suck shit from everybody everywhere.
And then the thing is, because
Tell me why you say
No, because I dropped some.
I know go do it again.